YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's What's Up Toy Review. Today's date is, of course, the 10th of October, and I've got a funny feeling. Let me just go ahead and bring the webcam towards the tray set, and luckily enough, I did give Trackmaster Luke a new fresh battery, of course, but because it's October, we're going to be taking a look at some very weird things. Well, obviously just regular things, but as we come towards October, we've got some Halloween themed toys that we're going to be taking a look at, but there's also just one flip-top toy. In fact, I've only got two flip-top Halloween themed toys I might take a look at the moment. With Trackmaster Luke putting his freight train or cargo train, whatever we're going to call it, And yes, I've only got, like, you know, just one normal flip-flap product, obviously. The normal flip-flap product, and I think it's a Flapping Birds product. It's also British Wildlife Collection as well. Something very peculiar. It also pays back a lot of homage to what I did back in the lockdown of 2020, because I did a bird species called the black kite, which was like a large, medium or large, you know, sized bird of prey. But anyways, first off we're going to be presenting Penguin Club World. And I've got time to do some more Penguin Club World themed toys. Of course, yes, it's a flip-up Origami Halloween 2021 mashup, as you can see, And it's called the Vampire Bat and Dragon Penguins 5-pack. And the product, oh my goodness me, £5.99 or £6. Is that like one of the penguins from Madagascar when, you know, there's that evil scientist who's like a freaking octopus and he sort of, you know, mutilates and sort of mutates the penguins into, you know, absolutely horrendous mutants. Well, obviously, they look quite bloodthirsty. Let's go. This one here, in fact, this one here looks quite bloodthirsty, and the packaging's starting to unpack, which is strange, Let's take a look at the back of the packaging, Looks quite stunning, doesn't it, I mean, those are quite stunning. Boo! If you can see the writing here, And yes, it looks like those penguins are quite armless because they've got arms which are basically wings. Wings as arms, actually, And they look quite nice, Obviously they come in 5 different colour variations, which is the piece of info that I've actually forgot to add. And it looks quite similar to the other products I did way back in some, you know, I think I did a product back then which was a 5-pack way back sometime around, I think, was it September? I believe it was September 2021. Oh, sorry, it was September 2021. Just double check today, just to see if the year was correct, But anyways, let's go for this one here first. I don't know why there's a bit of reddish pinkish design there, Maybe it's the fact that, you know, it could be the wig or the hair. Maybe she's cosplaying as some sort of Medusa vampire bat penguin, I suppose. I think I should try and make a set with penguins going on a cave adventure, like, you know, in a bat cave where they discover a penguin dressed up as Batman. Or maybe I wouldn't, because it would literally go into copyright infringement, like I did with the Incredible Albatross, which was like an albatross that was cosplaying like the Incredible Hulk. And we've got this one here next. Obviously that's another one of those, you know, batty themed penguins there. You can just pretty much pose the arms like that and make them quite batty, if that's a word, Yes, you can make them into a bit of a very weird sort of Halloween-y bat penguin, as you can see, Quite nice, obviously, I suppose. I really like that, even though it's quite a tad bland. Looks quite nice. Almost looks like a gargoyle of some sort, though, but they are penguin bats, or vampire penguin bats. Vampire bat penguins, actually, Should have just added the bat in the middle, and just had the penguin last, but you know what? That look quite nice, Let's take a look at that. Oh, look at this very, very weird, fanged, green-eyed dude here. I would have never thought that Disney characters would pretty much have green eyes, and if they do have green eyes, they're considered as villains, or bad guys, obviously, There you go, very cool looking eyebrow detailing there. In fact, hopefully I might look forward to go to the park in the afternoon which is of course Manafon Park, which is of course my local park, and hopefully just to burn some calories and also to lose some weight. There's the one with the green wings, looking quite Very vampire-y, almost a bit dragony. Not as dragony as this one here. We'll come back to that one later on, eh? And it's got those vampire fangs. It's got like orange eyes, or was it brown eyes? I can't remember, eh? But it looks quite amazing artwork there. It looks more like, how would you say it? Lightish, reddish, brownish eyes there, which looks quite interesting overall, eh? It looks quite cool, eh? Nice and scary, obviously, for a cartoony sort of penguin, I suppose, eh? Now, although the artwork looks quite a bit different compared to the models, I think that's what they're supposed to be, really, eh? Which is actually quite cool. I would have preferred these penguins would have got losses in info, but maybe it's best not. And last but by no means least is, of course, is that like Rico? Is that like mutated Rico from the Penguins of Madagascar film? Not the TV show, but here you go. It looks quite freaking weird. There's his freaking red eyes. He looks quite bloodthirsty as much as he did in the artwork. He does look. Oh my goodness me! How is this suited for kids? That'll get the kids spooked out. Got a pun, eh? Well, obviously, eh? I mean, there's no pun intended for that one, eh? I'm sorry about that, but you know what? It's got some spots. Maybe it's because this dragon's got measles. You know, in a sense, as we come towards autumn time and winter time. In fact, we're already in autumn. And actually, speaking of autumn time, if I actually go ahead and drag the camera along, look at this! All of the trees here, in fact, this tree here, especially that one in the middle there, has actually started to turn extremely red. Look at that. All of that chlorophyll is gone, and you know what that means? Winter is just around the corner. And yes, when winter is coming, that's what Game of Thrones would normally say though. Guess what? Looks like we're all gonna repeat the whole process of seasons all over again. And yes, all these leaves are about to fall down, but it's been taking quite a while though, because obviously we had a very hot September, or very warm September, if I would rather use that terminology, of course, eh, because it's not always hot in summer, eh, and then you've got heat in September, which is not as potent as summer, but still quite hot at the beginning, or warm at the beginning. Maybe if you can interpret that one for me, eh, please do so, because I'm not really that much of an expert when it comes into the loss of chlorophyll and autumn tree foliage. More specifically, tree colour foliage. Or tree leaf colour foliage. Why do I have to keep on adding so many words and stuff, eh? When I'm referring to just trees like that. But nevertheless, this is just super amazing. Especially you American people. You really like your leaf peeping, don't you, eh? You really do indeed. I suppose leaf peeping is quite cool. But anyways, let's go back into the toys, and obviously enough, going back to this strange, draconic looking penguin. Obviously I would call it a wyvern there, because the arms are basically wings. And then, obviously, yes, you can make it fly, I suppose, eh? But it doesn't, you know, it's not a Flapping Bird toy there, eh? Because penguins can't fly, and there's no tail. I might be totally wrong, eh? Maybe penguins do have their own tails. I don't know. Might be completely and utterly totally wrong, eh? And strangely enough, it looks completely and utterly amazing. And yes, the wings look quite nice with that beautiful linear detailing. Also the feet and the beak colorization looks great. Even that tongue on the front sticking out. Very cool and evil, isn't it, eh? Very nice indeed. Well, it looks very similar to that regular 5-pack that I did back in September. But let's take a look at the other one next, because I'm very curious about the one with Elf Frankenstein, or should I say Penguinstein, because this one here costs about £10.95, and it's called the Penguinstein Zombie Quatro at Pumpkin Garden 12-pack. Yes, obviously. Sorry, but anyways, hope it's not going to be as sloppy as I would normally think of, eh? And there you go, that's the artwork, eh? Looking very... wow. That is quite reminiscent of how Club Penguin used to be, eh? It certainly was indeed, eh? But, here you go. The Penguinstein at Zombie Quatro at Pumpkin Garden 12-pack. There you go. This set costs about £10.95 actually, eh? Hopefully I won't be as sloppy, and strangely enough, all the penguins are regular penguins. obviously. And we've got some pumpkins, or jack-o'-lanterns. We're going to use the terminology in that one, eh? I would rather use for jack-o'-lanterns as, you know, vegetables which have been carved to look like faces with their candles on to light their own way. And the pumpkins are actually quite nice though, eh? In the sense that, well, there's no detailing on the back though, but obviously they've got a good scary face. And they've also got, like, well, obviously a little tiny green stem. Looks quite long actually, but looks quite beautiful in a sense though. He looks fairly nice. I mean, going by their scary appearance there, they're meant to ward off evil spirits. Well, obviously jack-o'-lanterns are there just to protect you from being hurt, from other impurities, obviously. And it looks quite nice, although this one's got a bit faded. The orange in a sense looks quite a tad light, which is quite strange. And then you've also got some Frankenstein hats, and I'm sort of thinking, wow, how would they normally fit in if I grab an orange penguin? Yeah, it's a nice sort of fit, although it's quite a loose fit. Almost feels like a good snug fit. Let me try and fit in the other penguins. Let me grab this green one here. Obviously these Frankenstein hats, they don't look too bland. They're made from like some sort of weird origami cup model here, but at least I didn't say the word cup heads, because I'm not really that, you know, I'm not really that much of a, well, a bit of a fanatic gamer though, but obviously I am pretty much a bit of a knowledgeable person who's into gaming, but obviously I still haven't worked out so much games that I've been playing at. But here's the blue one. Let's see how this one fits in. I have to say, some of these Frankenstein hats, some of them are quite big, others are too small. But yet again, that's another snug fit, which is actually quite brilliant at all times. So if I go ahead and show you some of the Frankenstein penguins though, there's the green one here. If I bring his arm down like so, makes it quite interesting I suppose, and it looks like he's toppling down, which is quite strange. I don't know why. Let me just put that one back on, And then I grab the purple one, last but no means least. Same fitments, or same features, yeah. I feel like I'm just going to go ahead and sleep with this one, I'm sure of it. It actually looks quite cool, But, yeah, as Halloweeny as almost as this sounds, while these penguins look quite normal, I have to say, it looks quite nice, even with the pumpkins, or the jack-o'-lanterns, what we're going to call them, And, strangely enough, it looks not too bad for a set, as I can pretty much prove on that. Saying that one, I suppose, And with 4 of these, as I just said before, a bit there, actually, I suppose, And with those 4 penguins here, Yes, if I get the right amount of fingers there, Yes, 4 penguins here. Obviously, it's so nice, isn't it, Because obviously, you also be getting those Frankenstein hats, which looks quite amazing. And how funky is that? So anyways, I have to say that these guys look quite amazing, There you go, it's the Penguin Club World Frankenstein Penguins, or Penguinstein Zombie Quadra Penguin, also Pumpkin Garden 12-pack. I think I've actually made that mistake twice, didn't I, boys and girls? And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this YouTube video, of course, Okay, that looks quite nice overall, That's all what we've got, It's a very nice combination. I would have never thought the Penguin Club World themed toys would pretty much go into some sort of much more of a very weird Halloween-y sort of thing there, but because of Club Penguin, that was the main inspiration. Push them aside, and last but not least, I'm going to review this toy here. It's a Flip Flop Origami Flapping Birds British Wildlife Collection. Red Quite. Sorry, I did actually say the word quite though, but I was actually meant to say Red Kite Kettling Small Flock 5-pack, and it actually is missing what I actually, hang on, I actually forgot to write the word 5-pack. How silly was that? Oh my goodness me. Wasn't it, I forgot to add that one, There you go, just written 5-pack, obviously, And let's just hope that video doesn't get as rough and ready as I'd usually think of, I suppose, There you go, there's the back of the packaging there. Obviously I made this product for the fact that I went into London just to get myself a new Malaysian passport, and on the way I only just saw a few red kites. Yeah, I wouldn't say red kites wouldn't be just, you know, I don't know if red kites are that gregarious as a bird species, eh? And just to let you know, this product costs about £5.50 overall, eh? If you didn't hear me, or didn't catch me at first. There you go, that's the price. And let's take a look at what the red kites look like here. We've got about all 4 of them here. Some of them look quite different though, because obviously, yeah, the black wing detailing can be a bit quite iffy for the fact it can either be made up with pencil or with black felt tip markers. But yeah, most importantly, they've also got this beautiful black lineage detailing there on the tail, which looks quite an interesting sort of bird, eh? And it's funny, and also it's got a very different sort of design there, very different to how I actually used to design the black kites, but it does have that sort of similar vibe going by the tail here as well, eh? I suppose red kites are a little larger in size compared to buzzards, which is actually quite nice, I suppose, eh? I suppose they look quite beautiful in the way they look. Red kites. And yes, I have seen these guys before on the M40. I've only just seen a few, not as many as I would actually expect though. Normally about 1, 2 or 3 of these guys, eh? Probably 4 or 5, but I think the maximum I only just saw was about 3, which was a bit of a shame, but nevertheless, these guys look pretty much amazing. There you go, there's the name Red Kite. But nevertheless, thanks to the reintroduction programs that we had so far in Southeast England, okay, especially in the Chilterns, it's so nice bringing back this species to life. Hopefully that's not blood, I hope. It's quite good, I suppose, eh? And once again, these guys look quite stunning again. That is amazing, overall, as I can see it straightforward, I suppose, eh? And what's also quite interesting is they've also got this beautiful, weird looking white wing pattern on each side, which looks quite reminiscent of how a red kite would normally look like, I suppose. I suppose it looks quite nice at the best of times, and wow, it looks quite amazing. They almost look like bald eagles though, to be honest, eh? Well, almost bald eagles, but they are kites, which is like, you know, it's like a big hawk there, but it's like, you know, a much bigger bird of prey, which is quite interesting indeed, eh? I suppose. And I've actually seen a few of them, apart from London though, during the journey to London though, but also I actually just saw only just a few in High Wycombe, which is only about an hour away from London. And I have to say, doing flip-up toy review products like this is quite amazing, and in fact they really are amazing indeed. Well, you know what, I think that's about it in this video, eh? And I have to say, this video has actually done a little bit better so far, apart from the fact that I've mistaken the word pumpkin for penguin in this product here. And I've also forgot to pretty much add the word 5-pack in A. That's a bit of a very weird crossword, eh? Looks like a letter R though, but it does look more like a letter P, eh? As funny as it sounds, eh? This funny pack. Funny 5-pack as it sounds, eh? But there you go. I think that's about it. It's about toy review, eh? So, if you really enjoyed this video though, I've still got some more time to do some more England coupled toys for next week though, eh? If you really enjoyed this video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more flip-flop toy reviews in the future on my YouTube channel, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye for now. As simple as it sounds, I think I've done so much better. Okay, thank you, and goodbye again. Bye.